Have you ever wondered about the secret to happiness? Is it hidden in some far-off land, or buried beneath a mountain of riches? What if I told you it's much simpler than that? Sometimes the greatest lessons come from the simplest lives. This is the story of Eleanor, a woman who taught me that happiness isn't about avoiding the storms of life, but about learning to dance in the rain. Eleanor lived in a small cottage overlooking our village. It was a place where the sun always seemed to shine a little brighter, and the air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers. It was a humble abode, its paint faded and walls weathered by time. The cottage had seen many seasons, each leaving its mark, but it stood strong, a testament to resilience. But her door was always open, like her heart. Everyone knew Eleanor. Her home was a sanctuary, a place where you could find solace and warmth. She was the warm smile on a chilly morning, the kind of smile that could melt away the frost and bring a sense of comfort, the comforting word whispered in times of sorrow. Eleanor had a gift for knowing just what to say to ease your pain. Eleanor had a way of making you feel like the most important person in the world. Her presence was a balm to the soul, her touch gentle and reassuring. She would listen to your woes, offer a comforting hand, and make you feel heard and understood. And always have a story to share. Stories that were not just tales, but lessons wrapped in humor and wisdom. A story filled with wisdom and gentle humor. Her laughter was infectious, and her stories were like threads that wove the community together, creating a tapestry of shared memories and love. Life hadn't always been easy for Eleanor. She had faced many challenges and weathered countless storms. She had known her share of hardship, working tirelessly from dawn till dusk. The fields were unforgiving and the days were long. She lost her husband young and raised her 2 children alone, her hands calloused from years of toiling in the fields. Despite the backbreaking work, she always found time for her children, ensuring they felt loved and cared for. Sickness visited her doorstep more than once, and there were times when providing for her family felt like an impossible task. The weight of responsibility often felt overwhelming, but she never gave up. Yet, through it all, she never lost her spirit. Her determination was unwavering, and her resilience was a beacon of hope for those around her. Her eyes, though crinkled with age, held a youthful spark, a zest for life that hardship couldn't extinguish. Eleanor's laughter was infectious, a reminder that joy could be found even in the darkest of times. Her story is one of strength, perseverance, and an unyielding spirit. The sun always returns. What was her secret? What gave her the strength to face each day with such grace and optimism? I finally asked her one day as we sat on her porch swing, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and purple. The colors seemed to dance and blend, creating a masterpiece that only nature could craft. Eleanor smiled, her eyes twinkling with a wisdom that only years of experience could bring. Her smile was warm, like the sun that was setting before us. "Dear child," she said, "happiness isn't about having a perfect life. It's about embracing the imperfections and finding beauty in them. It's about finding the good in every day. Even in the smallest of moments, there is something to be grateful for." She pointed to a patch of wildflowers swaying in the breeze. Their delicate petals moved gently, yet they stood resilient against the wind. Just like those flowers bloom again after a storm, we too can choose to rise above our challenges. Life will always have its storms, but it's our choice to bloom again. "Find joy in the little things," she said, "the moments that often go unnoticed but hold so much beauty. A warm cup of tea on a rainy day, the way the steam curls up and disappears into the air, the laughter of a child, pure and unfiltered, reminding us of the innocence and joy of youth, the beauty of a sunrise, a new beginning, a promise of a fresh start. These moments, they are the threads of happiness. They may seem small, but together they form something beautiful. Weave them together, and you create a tapestry of joy that no storm can destroy. Each thread, each moment, adds to the strength and beauty of the whole. And that, my dear, is the secret to a happy life." Eleanor's words stayed with me. Happiness, I realized, wasn't a destination, but a journey. It was about choosing gratitude over resentment, hope over despair. It was about finding the strength within to weather the storms and emerge stronger, more resilient. Eleanor may be gone now, but her legacy lives on, not just in the stories she shared, but in the lessons she taught us. Lessons about resilience, about gratitude, about finding the extraordinary in the ordinary, lessons about happiness,